Right, big rangy sport. Got the hotel on it. It had a bit of a breakdown. Hotel's here actually. So it had a bit of a breakdown. That's good, it's pulled the data. So it had a bit of a breakdown, and yeah, so it's an L494, this one, a new Range Rover Sport. So it had a bit of a breakdown. The guy says it was starting cutting out, and I had said this current connection method does not support the diagnosis on some systems of this model. Please connect via USB or Wi-Fi. Right, okay. Interesting. So we'll see what happens there. That's a new one for these Land Rovers. Have had L494s in, I've not seen that yet, so let's see what it says. We'll pause here. Right, so there you go. Oh, get an auto scan it. Give that camera lens a wee clean there. Seems to be better. So, fault scan, the control module. Oh, 12 fault codes, jeez man. Jesus, wasn't expecting that. 4 in anti-lock brakes. Restraints control modules get 2, instrument panels get 7. Jesus man, Jesus, I was not expecting this. 4 in body control module, 1 in all terrain control module. Oh, that's a tongue twister. Right, we'll go through the system, we'll pause here and come back. Right, so that's the scan done. All 50 modules or whatever it was. So, we'd seen that she had 12 fault codes there in the engine, so you can see them all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 fault codes. Some of them say intermittent, so it looks like there's an intermittent fault there. Some of them have history as well. These ones, the U is a loss of communication with those modules, so the body control module, the battery energy control module and the transmission control module lost communication there. No idea why. Lost communication with the speed control module as well. So I think what the best practice is to save all these and clear them. We'll email the customer a copy of it. So what happened with the vehicle, so to go back, so the initial phone call we had was vehicle has broken down, would intermittently start. Okay, don't want to take this call. Sorry, just to go back, so we had the phone call, car was had broken down, it was intermittently starting, cutting out. They came back to it, I think, the next day, and it wouldn't start at all. So the guy phoned me, he says, "Here, you're good with the Land Rovers?" I says, "Not really fussed what it is, to be honest with you, I don't care about the badge. We just look at the vehicle as it is." So he explained the situation to me. I asked him how much fuel it was showing. He said quarter of a tank. I said, humour me and put a gallon in it and see what happens. So he phoned me back and says, lo and behold, the thing has started. So he went and then filled it up. Now he filled the tank completely and it only showed 3/4 of a gauge. So something's not right there. So there's lots and lots of fault codes in it. I think we're best just saving them all and then clearing them all and seeing what happens, because a lot of them are intermittent, a lot of them are history. And there is a lot in there. That is a lot of codes there. So I'm not sure exactly how many codes, but quite a lot. So we shall save all the data. Save report. License plate. So license plate. Pause here. Right, so we'll send this report for this 2017 Diag on this Range Sport. So we'll forward that on. So what we'll do now is clear all these codes and get this on a ramp and have a look over it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for quality auto machine, and have a great Friday, okay? So I need to put the thing on the lift now. We will just clear all these. So I love it, man. I love a Land Rover. It's got the right numbers, man. 69, so 69 fault codes in it. So hit that base, see what happens. So team 6 and 9 at the Hoonigan would love that. So there you go. Down to 51, 44. We'll clear them out it. So hopefully they do. And we will hit the rescan and see what comes back. It's probably going to be best to put the vehicle out back on the road anyway, and get it back. I think the customer does need the vehicle back today, so you know it's quite a big job to drop the tank on it and then have a look, you know, and then see what's going on basically, see what's going on in there, and then we need to figure out what we need for it. So it comes in 3 sections, that sender unit. So there's a pump with a sender, there's another bit in the middle of the tank, and then there's another sender they call it further down. So there's like 3 parts to it, and it's just because it's such a big tank. So well, they're all cleared out of there at the minute, and we have a copy of obviously the other one. So I'm going to the control unit. Live data. See what's happening in there. Pause. Well, Land Rover loves the 6 and 9, Fuel level input, 69%. I don't see nothing untoward in the data. This is your injection here, your injectors. Yeah, it's definitely a Land Rover, man. 1 million sensors. I think we've got all the fuel ones. It's not measuring any pressure out the DPF at all, so it's either really good, something's wrong there. Right, I'll pause here and scroll through. Right, so underneath the big Ranger Sport, just giving an inspection at the minute. We have pads, hard to see in there, but they are getting a bit thin. That's hard to see. It does have a sensor on it, but it's only on the inside pad, I think. So there is a sensor wire there, so there's no lights on. Yeah, the inner pad looks like new, but the outer pad's warm. That one's pretty thick as well. Yeah, that outer pad. So the outer pads are worn on this. The inner pads look not too bad. So that's not our concern. Our concern is the fuel tank, which on this bad boy, unfortunately, on the L494, it's a saddle tank. So it's the first time I've noticed that actually, but I've never really been looking at it. So you can see when the tank was put in as well. At 833. So unfortunately, to drop this tank, what we need is the exhaust off it, possibly that DPF as well, or maybe the DPF as well. It splits there, so we need the DPF off it, we need the prop shaft off it, and we need to drop the tank on it as well, and then open it up I'm actually starting to think now maybe this is a different setup for the one I was talking about and the one that me and David at Land Rover were talking about earlier. So I think there's maybe just two senders, one on that side and one on that side. The old Range Rover Sport, the L320, the big huge long tank away down here on this side. So it went down there and it had a bit of a sender unit here, a bit in the middle, and then the pump up at the where the neck is really. And it needs that because of how big it is to detect how much fuel's in it. So this one's kind of similar. There's some kind of strange noise up there. Not sure what that is. Oh, that's the exhaust. Right, so it's just that bit of protective bit around the exhaust, so getting a bit knackered. So right, certainly rattling away there that. So, but underneath the car, I've not noticed any dramas. So, see the discs all swollen up there. Again, you've got a pad sensing wire on there. Hard to see in, they look quite thick there. So, the discs are swollen up, but oh, something's leaking. So we have a leak here of some sort. So we've got an oil leak. Alright, quite a leak up there. So I think now we've done the other side, you can see it there as well. So quite a leak on that. So I did just clean all the workshop, so hopefully it doesn't drip on my floor. Right, so we know there's a leak there. We know there's an issue with the fuel gauge. I don't see any other dramas on it. Oh, big nail there. Big tap dancer, so we'll need to have a wee look at that and see what's happened there. Big tap dancer, that'll make a racket. So I don't know if it's going down or not, but I'll need to speak to the guy about that one. Right, so we'll pause here. Right, so it's definitely leaking away that, so that's going to want repaired. So no happened in here, I cleaned this whole workshop before it came in, so yeah, I swept the whole place before this came in, moved the big Q7, so yeah. Definitely have a puncture and a bit of a leak coming from somewhere. So that one has a puncture. This is a good Pirelli tyre, but my gauge is missing, so we'll measure that in a minute. Right, so she has the Ingenium engine, this L494, the Ingenium. So we'll get this cover off it. See what on earth's leaking. Right, so something's leaking down there. We can see something's been spraying. That pipe's wet, that's a fuel pipe. That could have just been Mr. AA guy. And he pulled the pipe off, but there's something that's all wet down there. So we'd need to take the covers and all that off it underneath and have a look and see.